Welcome to OFM Genesis. Now, do not skip this video because this is the most important thing that you're going to watch in this program, right? It's going to set the rules, set the expectation, show you how the group works, and it's more importantly going to show you how to actually get results. Okay, if you skip this video, you are going to miss what makes all of this work. So, OFM Genesis exists to take you from inconsistent acquisition to a predictable pipeline that books at least 2+ qualified creator calls every week in 14 days, right? This is built for agencies that are already making around 5 to 30K a month who actually execute, right? There's not going to be any cookie cutter, duct tape YouTube advice here. This is not going to be a course, it's going to be a system and implementation, okay? And in the future, we'll be bringing updates, we'll be doing more, but for now, this is the focus, right? We're going to help you as much as we can. If you're making between 5 to 30K a month, this is the place to be. If you just want a super step-by-step system, not a ton of videos, a ton of overwhelm, it's not about that, right? It's about super lean installs, right? How do you just watch a video and implement and not sit through, 50 different videos that go all over the place and you're trying to duct tape all the advice together to try and figure out what to do next, right? We just keep it simple. The main constraint for most agencies between 5 to 30K a month is just acquisition. So if we find you a qualified creator that you can scale to 100K a month, we essentially solve that bottleneck. And if we can constantly keep a pipeline of models coming in, life's good, right? So long term, right, OFM Genesis is the launchpad to scale in past 30, 50, even 100K per month. Once you stack outbound, offers, and brand, right? This is the launch pad to get it. Now, there are principles here, right? 3 principles to be specific. Number 1 is simplicity scales and complexity fails. This is what I live by. This is a core principle in my companies, and you need to live by this principle as well, right? Simplicity scales and complexity fails. Number 2 is do the inputs, the rule of 100, okay? All that means is you're here to do the inputs on a day-to-day basis that create leverage. You're here to do the inputs that actually create the output that you want, okay? And so the rule of 100 means wherever the main constraint of your business is, for example, acquisition, you need to be spending a minimum of 100 minutes every day doing actions towards solving that constraint. It could be spending 100 minutes doing outreach, right? It could be spending 50 minutes doing outreach and 50 minutes running paid ads, wherever, right? But 100 minutes a day trying to solve the main constraint so you can actually move every single day. And number 3, the principle is share wins publicly because proof builds belief, right? It's going to help everyone in the group, and it's also going to help you because you'll see what's possible. Now, if you follow these principles, I 100% believe that OFM Genesis will work for you. Now, the OFM Genesis community and program and system is about inputs creating outputs, right? The micro actions like DMs, follow-ups, offers, they lead to the macro outcomes, right? Book calls, sign creators, revenue. And so this is not like a bunch of theory and a bunch of just fluff and shit just thrown at the wall, right? There's literally a system. This is a system install. You're here to install the system, okay? And it's a very simple system because, again, simplicity scales and complexity fails, right? So in your first 14 days, your only goal is to install the outbound pipeline and book 2+ calls. After that, you'll layer in follow-up, sales assets, and offers to keep scaling. If you track your inputs and post your proof, then you will win. Now, this is how Genesis works, right? If we go here, we can look at first the classroom, okay? Now, OFM Genesis, this is the main system. Now, first, you must watch these 4 videos. Before you go on to the actual system and installing the actual system, you have to watch it. This course is designed to go through linearly, right? So go through this linearly. So again, you're watching the context video now, then make sure you watch acquisition, then this, then this, then this, then this, and this, and this. Do not skip videos, okay? And it's not just a course that you're just gonna consume and mindlessly know what to do. It's a course that shows you how to implement the system. So at each step of the course, once we actually get into the meat and bones, it's going to literally give you an action plan. And you need to do that action plan before you move forward, or you're not going to see the level of success you could, right? So these videos, I will warn you, are very long. They're very idiosyncratic, but these will be the most valuable videos you probably have ever consumed and ever will consume. There's nothing else out there like this. And I'd love to hear your thought and feedback on this because this has been videos that have been on my extremely expensive partnership that we've been running for ages. And these videos have just changed the game for people in terms of installing a new paradigm around client acquisition. So I'd highly recommend you watch these videos as many times as you possibly can to ingrain it into your brain. Like I've literally had guys watch these videos like 50 times over and just brainwash themselves with it, and they've come out, you know, making 500k plus a month, right? These videos are very, very powerful. Now, next we have the calendar, right? We're going to be adding weekly calls to the calendar in the next few days here. They're not on here yet, but they will show up like this, okay? Now, this is my monthly call I'm going to be doing called the OFM Scaling Workshop, where I'm going to walk you through how to install the exact acquisition, sales, and fulfillment system to scale from 5 to 30k a month to consistent 100k a month run rate. So make sure you add this to your calendar, make sure you show up, right? Because if I'm willing to sit there on a call with you guys for an hour and a half and I put my time in, I expect the minimum that you can show up. Okay, so that is key. And again, there will be other calls popping up every week where we'll just be jumping on every week to review your KPIs, see how you're doing, see if we can help you overcome any constraints and give you some advice and feedback to keep you moving faster, to keep you the system running so you can iterate in the system faster, right? And they will pop up just like this. Again, they're not here yet. And again, you just add those to your calendar as well, and they'll be a reoccurring event, okay? You'll also notice in the classroom, there are some client interviews. Now, I've just put 3 in there for now, just as a starter, because I don't want to overwhelm people, but I tried to get 3 different ones, you know, for all different stages. So someone starting from 0, someone already making good money, and someone starting, you know, at small money, right? So you can go and watch these to get insights and see the path and the journey that they took to get where they're at, right? Like they're going to be leaving breadcrumbs to get where they're at. And so these are good downloads for you to watch. So, you know, Finn, 10k to 300k a month, Charlie, 0 to 55k, and Alice, 60 to 500k. So just good for you to understand their journey, and also just for you to see and believe that this is possible as well, because that's a big thing, right? And then we have the monthly contest, okay? So the monthly contest, right, this is just a fun way to stay consistent, provide value, and get rewarded inside this community. And the top 3 members every single month on the school leaderboard that you'll see here, right? There's obviously no one in the community yet as it's new, but you know, there'll be leaderboards here, and pretty much you level up, and at each level you unlock different things. An insane mastermind recording at level 3, an AI OFM agent on offers at level 5, it just literally creates offers for you, and then a business audit from me at level 7, right? But going back to the actual monthly contest, you've also got a chance to win more prizes every month by, again, climbing the leaderboard. Right now, how to participate? Firstly, you have to be active in the community. You have to share wins, lessons, and progress. No low-effort spam posts, right? If you've literally got to first place and I check your post and it's all spam, you know, you're just not going to get first place, and I'll remove you from the community, right? Because this community is only as good as you guys make it, right? There's only so much I can do. I'm giving you the platform to make this community the best OFM community out there. Again, and I'll do my best to facilitate that, which is why you have to apply to get in. I know it's cheap, it's $97 a month, but we're actually genuinely strict with applications. Like, we don't want anyone in here that's not making 5 to 30k a month. Like, we want to build a community, the most valuable community for those agencies, and we want to scale the most amount of agencies to 100k a month than anyone else, okay? So again, share wins, lessons, progress, go through the OFM Genesis modules and share your key takeaways and post your KPI screenshots, right? The more points you earn on 30-day leaderboard, the higher you rank, and at the end of each month, the top 3 members take home these prizes, and these will change each month. Now, this month, if you come first, you're going to win a one-on-one consulting call with me, plus a business audit from me, plus a personal brand AI agent unlock. In second place, you're going to get a business audit from me and a personal brand AI agent unlock. And third place, you're just going to get a personal brand AI agent unlock, which is pretty insane, by the way. And yeah, so if you think obviously you got what it takes, you know, go for it. Try and win this leaderboard, and I look forward to seeing you guys up there and meeting whoever comes first. So support, right? Like, if you need help, post in the community, right, with screenshots of your KPIs or wherever you're struggling about and how you've actually tried to solve the problem you're trying to solve, right? Don't just ask blanket statement questions. How would you do this? Or how would I, like, try and solve it yourself first. Give me how you tried to solve it and tell me the problem, and then we will help you, right? If you don't do that, I'm probably just not going to reply to your post. So every single post needs to be formatted where, okay, this is where I'm struggling with, this is the problem, this is the constraint, this is how I've tried to solve it. You know, is there any sort of advice or insight you can give me, right? So try and solve your own problems first, because you need to start to build the thought process. Like, you can't rely on other people. Like, you just can't, right? Like, you're not just paying $97 for a result, you're paying $97 to become the person that can get the result, okay? And that's the key. And so, like, you can't be relying on me for all your answers, because how are you going to grow your business? You need to develop the thinking frameworks and the mental models to be able to solve these problems yourself, right? And that's what the best people have learned. And it's very difficult to do that, but that's what this community is also going to help you do, right? Now, proof is the currency here, like I said, which is really key, right? So that is key, right? And don't DM me when it comes to support. Like, do not DM me. Like, I get way too many DMs. keep it public so everyone learns, right? If you need help, post in the community, right? And again, in terms of the community culture, this is not just a course, okay? It is a group of operators. That is what we're building. And so again, post your KPI screenshots, share your wins, even the small ones. I know I keep saying it. Proof is the currency here, right? And so if you decide that you're going to pitch people or spam or post fluff, I will immediately delete it. I'll blacklist you from everything we ever do. I'll, ban you and so on and so forth, right? Do not pitch in this group. Like, do not pitch. Like, I'm a marketer by trade. I know if you're pitching, right? And you do too. So cool. If you do post spam or you post fluff, like AI sort of fluff, where it's just like it's clearly made by AI, and I do delete your post, I will tell you why I've deleted it so you can improve, right? But if you, like I said, pitching or spamming, I'll just remove you and there'll be nothing else said and done. But respect everyone here, right? Because we're all here to win. Now, another thing I want to show you is the school map, okay? So if you look here and you go to the OFM networking map, it will take you to this post and you can click it. And what it does, I'll show you the one in my free community, it puts your location on the map, rough location. As you can see in our free community, we've got thousands of OFM agency owners in here, and it's really good because you can see who's in your area and you can reach out to them and network with them. So like, for example, if I'm ever in London and you're in London, I tend to, a lot of the times, look on the school map and I'm like, oh, I'm actually in Hyde Park today. I wonder if there's anyone there. Let me drop Andrew a message and see if he wants to go for coffee, right? And so like, I'll often do that with members, especially inside this new community, okay? So put your locations and network with others. It's a really good tool. And yeah, it's pretty sick. And all you need to do to add your location is simply just, when we go here, you just click this button here, right? You click add location, again, add your school ID. Your school ID is literally just your @ right? So mine says @Dylan, yours is gonna say @something, probably with a bunch of numbers. I was the first Dylan on school, don't mean to flex, but I got @Dylan. But yeah, yours probably gonna have a bunch of numbers, and so just add your actual school ID, your display name that you wanna go by, doesn't matter what this is, and then your location, right? Just a rough location, right? If you wanna put London, you can put London. If you wanna be a bit more specific, you can. Cool. Again, I'll say it again, right? The most important thing is that this is not a course, so do not treat it as a course that you finish, okay? You don't finish this. It is a tool that you use and iterate on, and the more you use it, the more valuable it becomes, right? And we're going to be adding stuff as time comes on, but right now we want to keep it simple because, again, simplicity scales and complexity fails. So we just want to prove that this system gets results, and we want to, you guys want to iterate on it and, build it as valuable as possible and use this group for that. So again, make sure you're showing up to the weekly calls, the monthly call, and actually utilizing this system and being active inside the community and sharing the iterations that you're making on the system, right? That is key. Like, if you're like, oh, I took Dylan's underlying principles and I actually tweaked this part and this has worked really well for me, thought I'd share it. Cool. Like, that's an iteration of the system and someone can then iterate on that and so on and so forth. Okay. So yeah, make sure you save the calls in the calendar tab, especially the scaling workshop once a month with me, and obviously the weekly calls when they show up. And please, if there's one thing that you do, right, well, you should do all of them because, again, inputs create outputs, right? But you have to do this, or I'm probably just going to remove you from the community and just refund you. Post a valuable tactic in the community, right? Not a question, not a theory that you haven't tested, an actual tactic that you have used that's worked, right? In the categories of, it could be marketing, it could be acquisition, right? Just post a valuable tactic, because if everyone contributes, this community can really become a gold mine, right? It really does become a gold mine if everyone gives. But if everyone treats it like an FAQ, this group is gonna suck. So give, don't take, right? And you'll get everything you need and more. So just post the most valuable tactic that you have used to grow your agency, right? And be specific, right? Is there a marketing tactic? Is there a sales tactic? Is there a people and ops tactic? Is there a strategy and offer tactic, right? Post it. And again, if everyone gives, this group wins, right? So that is key. Now, the last thing I want to say is, congrats for taking this step and investing in yourself. And I want to obviously now give you the chance to introduce yourself inside of our community, right? So share who you are, your agency name, where you're at now, and what your biggest goal is for the next 90 days, right? So you can use the template that I've linked under this video, and you just, as you can see here, you just say, hey, my name is Dylan, I'm from Wales. Currently, I'm, running an OnlyFans agency. I've been in the OnlyFans industry for 6 months. I want to get these things from Genesis, new mental models, a new outbound system, and be able to book calls with creators. For fun, I like to buy cars, buy more cars, and buy even more cars, and share a picture of your workspace, right? Or share a picture of your car if you want, right? This is just a template. Feel free to, don't have to copy it exactly, but I just thought I'd try and make it easier on you guys. But that being said, let's fucking go, right? Like, let's go. Like, that is it. Welcome to Genesis. Let's get it fucking work, and I'll see you at the top.